Welcome everybody to CPP Tech Build Edition. You got a cooler and a fan. Okay, so next for today, we're actually going to put some thermal paste on the CPU and install the cooler. We're doing an air cooler, and I'm going to show you how to put the fans on. Well, I'm going to use one fan with these fun, janky wire thingies. They're a pain in the rear. So without further ado, we'll throw the thermal paste on there. So I got these thermal paste. I mean, it's kind of the cheap stuff. Normally what I'll do is I'll use a half a tube per dab, so per CPU. So what I always do is just throw it right in the center here. Whee! It's coming out, coming out. Woo! It's probably a little bit too much, but that's all right. It'll spread good. All right, so next thing you want to do, and I know you can't probably see it, but there's actually holes here with that back plate that these screws are going to screw onto. You just tighten them down till they're snug. That one's snug. That one's snug. That one's snug. And that one's snug. Alright. Now here comes the fun part. Putting the fan on. Okay? So when you're looking at this fan, when you look at the fans, this is actually your intake and that's your exhaust. So the air is going to flow that way and come out that way. So what we're going to do, we're going to put the wire down towards here, and then we're going to put the blow side up against the radiator. Alright, so here comes the fun part. Alright, so you got these nice cool wires that's you use to attach this stuff with, right? So if you notice, get this hand. You notice how it's got the little hooks on there? So those hooks are going to actually go on the inside holes on that fan, right? So we're going to hook on to the top, hook on to the bottom, and just pull it up against there. And that's it on that. So we'll do the other side. You can let go of it. This should be in. Just do the same for the other side. Grab the hook. Find the hole. Try to keep it in the hole. Always trying to keep it in the hole. In the hole. In the hole. And pull it in there like that, and you are on. Alright, one last thing we got to do before we actually put this motherboard in the case is we got to hook up the fan from the heatsink to the fan header on the board. So you have to locate your fan headers. Mine's right here. Most of them are up here, or there's actually one right here. I don't know if you can see that. There's one right there. So if you notice, there's quite a few on here. I don't believe this has RGB. I don't remember. I don't think so. It's just a fan. So we're going to take this one and plug it right into there. And then what you'll do is when we get that in the case, these unzip and then go into the back of the case onto the hub. Yeah, it's got RGB. So we can probably plug it into an RGB down there at a later time. I think this one here, yeah, it's still RGB. So yeah, this is for RGB, but we're gonna probably put this around back and then go from there. And that's how you do the cooler. So I guess the next thing we're gonna do is put this thing in the case. Tell your mom to get off your case because you need to build a computer.